Well, hello, everybody. My name is Dan,
And I'm Tyler.
and we are here for another episode of Grace Fellowship Church
Monthly announcements.
monthly announcements.
Yeah.
So, we are coming live from not to be a bachelor pad much longer, but
The Lewis household.
the Lewis household.
Yes.
How many days to your wedding?
Well, when this video goes out on the 1st,
Mhm.
it'll be 6 days away.
Because today is the first.
That's true. Yes.
We're not filming this ahead of time.
This is totally live.
So, with that season coming on, I feel very vacation-y. I'm wearing my Hawaiian shirt and so on.
And I'm wearing a hoodie.
Schools are closing. You know, we got like a week or 2 or 3 of school left, and we've got...
It's like a week.
Well, Warwick's different. They're a little bit longer. So I'm being fair because
It's true.
we support all of our schools.
That's true.
But it is vacation season around the corner. I know I'm going to be going on one here soon with our family. I had a question for you, Tyler. If you had to choose one place that you would have vacation every single year, where would the location of that place be? Every single year, same location.
I'm going to go sentimental. I grew up in a lot of places, but for about 6 years, I lived in North Carolina. And I'm going to be very specific and say Ocean Isle Beach, North Carolina. It's about 30 minutes north of Myrtle Beach.
Okay.
So you don't get the tourist trap people.
Yeah.
But you still get to enjoy the beach. Plus, my grandma and my aunt live there.
Oh, yeah.
And that's always a blast when I get to see them.
Well, Myrtle's really nice. I've talked to her a few times.
That was dumb.
That
I'm not giving that credit.
That was hilarious.
I'm not giving that credit.
I'm rolling inside.
Say your answer.
My answer would be, much to the chagrin of my beloved wife, Southern California, and to be specific, Anaheim, Irvine area in there. I'll just go with Anaheim because it's probably bigger than anything. I mean, you have incredible weather. The beach isn't far away. You got Disney, if you care about Disney. I personally, not a big fan. I know. And I have kids. What kind of sicko am I? On top of that, Universal Studios, the movie studios aren't too far away, LA, all that stuff. And so I have always enjoyed every time I go out there.
It also has the Sheraton Hotel that looks like a castle, and that's pretty cool.
I didn't even know about that.
I've stayed there a couple times. Anyway, with June being here, we wanted to highlight a few things going on. So we're going to start first with Grace Kids.
Okay.
All right. So some of you may remember last September we did a day in the park, and it was fun. But this year, to kick off the summer, we want to dial that event up to 11.
Unlike the heat.
Yes. We'd like to keep that at a good temp.
Good temps.
But we're doing Grace Kids Day in the Park, June 21st, at Broad Street Park in Akron. We're going to have food. We're going to have fellowship. There's going to be games, crafts. It's a fun event for like the whole family to come out. I will say, you can invite the whole family. But the events that we have planned and the activities we have planned are designed for those within the Grace Kids age group. So K through 3rd, and we'll have a couple things for 4th and 5th as well. But you can invite the whole family. Maybe your 8th grader might not want to make the same crafts. I don't know, though.
So you're saying I can't do pin the tail on Tyler?
That's not what we're playing. We will never play that game.
I think you just need to open your heart up to our children.
Please say the next thing.
Okay, next thing coming up. A lot of our events are a little bit later in the month because there's a lot going on with weddings at the beginning and then just end of school and all that. So towards the end of the month, a lot of things happening. On the 22nd, this is actually a meeting for an event that's happening in July, and that is the Firecracker 5-mile race. They're going to have an informational meeting, fill in a lot of the details of it on the 22nd. It's going to be in the church library. And Nancy Schrader is going to be leading that meeting. It's going to be great to sort of fill in where people need to go, where people, what you're going to be doing. And I want to say this is a real encouragement. Last year we had about 24. I know we can get more people than that because work is out. There's still people in the area. It's not like you're going off to a barbecue at 7 or 8 a.m. in the morning, okay? This is a great way for us to be visible in our community. It's an easy way to hand out water or just cheer and ring a cowbell, whatever you want to do.
More cowbell.
More cowbell. It's a great opportunity. Those that went last year thoroughly enjoyed it. Some were inspired to run this upcoming year. Mike Schrader did it last year. He walked. It was awesome.
I think he's doing it this year.
He's, I think, doing it again this year. There's been a couple people talking about it. So the informational meeting again on the 22nd. That's following service in the church library.
All right, and then our owls.
Woo, woo,
Woo, woo.
They need to do like a call
Yeah,
or something.
Okay. Okay, whatever. They're having lunch at Yoder's on the 23rd.
Yes.
I believe. Are we doing a sign-up sheet for that?
There will be,
There
I
will be?
believe, a sign-up sheet,
Yes.
so they have a head count.
Yeah, there's going to be a sign-up sheet on the event board, so look out for that.
Yes. They're not going to have a yodeling contest there. Okay. 29th, we have Backyard Church.
Yes.
The very first one. We're doing 5 this year because
Cinco.
it has been cool to see how many people come out at these. We always have at least 40 people there. The first one is going to be at the Gaymans, and that's right in Akron, greatest town in Ephrata. But anyway, Akron, it's going to be there, not too far from the church. We are going to have Vicki Martin sharing, one of our outreach workers that we support. And we're actually getting her just a few days before she goes back to the field. So she's going to be able to share a little bit about what's going on and what she's about to walk back into. As always, we will have a sign-up sheet, and I have to go on a pastoral tangent in love.
Yeah.
Okay. Please sign up. Please sign up. That is just a courtesy to our hosts. We've had occasions where we've had up to 10 people show up that did not sign up. The person who was making the food did not account for possibly 10 people who showed up, and therefore food ran out pretty quickly.
Yeah.
It is just a courtesy to our hosts. We as a church family can do this. Please, I implore you, don't show up if you didn't sign up, but sign up
so that you can show up.
I'm proud of him.
Thanks, man.
There we
go. All
go.
right, anyway, youth group news.
Woo!
Whoa.
Youth. They don't have the who thing like the apps.
No, that we need to work on that. Anyway, we're going to get started with what we're doing right now, what we're learning. And so we are in our last series of the year. It's hard to believe there's actually, so this goes out on the 1st because that's today.
Yes.
We have 2 youth groups left. And so we are in a series called When Anxiety Attacks, where we're looking at what Scripture, and more specifically what Paul has to say about stress and anxiety in Philippians chapter 4. And so I'm really excited to finish that series strong. And actually, we have a special guest speaker.
Well, I was going to say, don't get people too excited about it because then they might get anxious.
It might stress them out.
Who's your guest speaker?
Stephen
Stephen
Yoakum.
Yes.
He's going to close out youth group this year. And we're really excited for the youth to get to see that and get to learn from him. And so then we're going to roll into the following week is going to be our end of the school year pool party.
Oh, yeah.
At the Angelucci's from 5 to 9. I'm making hot dogs. There's going to be fun. There's going to be games. We're asking that every student bring either a snack or like a drink to fill out the snack table.
Yes.
And so that's going to be really fun. We always have a blast at that. The water is usually freezing, but the kids don't care.
Yep.
And so it usually takes about 10 minutes for somebody to jump in the pool, and then they're in it for the next 3 hours.
Yes. Yep.
So that's going to be fun. And then at the end of the month, we have our movie night. Bringing back Axios at the movies. It is the last Friday of the month.
Last Friday.
More details will come about that in the parent email and on social media. Look up for that.
Are you still showing the family films of me growing up like you had asked?
No, those were for personal use.
Got it. I didn't know that. Boy, do I feel like an idiot now. Make sure to check your bulletin.
Oh, we got one more.
Oh, we have one more?
Yeah. Still youth group news.
I'm
Summer
sorry.
camp.
Summer camp.
Summer camp.
Student life.
Yeah, we're leaving the second week of July.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. We're bringing 11 students, and so we're super pumped about that. But final payment is due at the pool party.
Okay.
That's all I had to say. Now you can say your last and out.
Okay. I was going to say, check the bulletin.
Yes.
Check the email. If you get the email, I recommend everyone get the email. Check social media. We do try to keep it to only a few channels where we communicate stuff, and we try to be consistent with that. Make sure you're getting that. We do also have the text message service. If you prefer text messages, we don't overuse that because we don't want you to have like 1,000 texts and be like, stop texting me. Okay, that would be troubling, and it would defeat the purpose. So make sure you check all of those things, keep up to date with that, and if you have any questions, you can always call the church office. So just one little final thing, because it is vacation season, as I said. We always encourage throughout the year people to consider doing online giving. Obviously, we go away for a couple weeks. The ministry of the church still goes on. The electricity is still on. Youth group still is eating pizza and drinking beverages and all that stuff. And your giving goes towards the ministry here. It goes towards our outreach workers all around. One of the easiest things that you can do is to sign up for online giving. I know some people maybe feel a little apprehensive about that, but those that have done it have been appreciative. It's been a great way to support the ministry. Some people feel it's a little impersonal when you do that because it's an act of worship, but it's kind of set it and forget it. It's still an act of faith on our part with it when you are signing up to do it. It's still something. I always get a receipt, and when I get that receipt, it prompts me to be praying for how our money is used and for the Lord's provision for our church. So I do want to encourage you to consider doing online giving. If you have any questions about that, Tyler or I can answer that. It's very easy to set up. And what a blessing it is, and it just helps with consistency for providing for the church ministry. So apart from that, I don't have anything else.
I don't think I do either.
And I look forward to the next time that we get together, which will be today, because it's June the 1st and it's Sunday.
That's true.
So
by the time people see this,
you'll have already seen it.
You've already seen us.
Since we're filming on June 1st.
Yes, we just changed our clothes.
Quickly. Then I will see you then. Okay? Have a great week.
Bye.